It's so satisfying finding alternate paths and alternate lines to victory sometimes, just like this one here. Hello Daily Drafters and welcome back to the channel for today's Daily Draft. We are deep into Dominaria United season here on the channel. Got plenty of drafts. I think we're somewhere in the vicinity of 13, 14 drafts already, with another one on deck here and an interesting pack one pick one with King Darien, the, I believe, 48th. We have Monstrous Warleech, which I'm not even sure this is a card I've basically ever seen in packs. Like, I'm trying to think. I'm not sure I've ever like seen this card when I'm able to take it this early or when I'm open enough. There's Tear Asunder, there's also Essence Scatter. So this is certainly an interesting one. I think I'm going to land on King Darien in green-white. This deck, this card is very, very good. Obviously, Monstrous Warleech, Tear Asunder, and Essence Scatter are all very good in their respective decks. But, you know, green-white or even like black-white splashing King Darien is still very, very good. And it's what I'm going to land on here, but not be super married to it early. Obviously, instant regrets seeing another Monstrous Warleech. Also, no really good green follow-up. There is a Take Up the Shield, which is really good with King Darien to protect it. There's Destroy Evil, which is a good white common. There's Urborg Repossession, Ravenman, blah, Monstrous Warleech. I would have loved to start out a draft with double Warleech, but also there's Geyser here, which I think is better in a vacuum than Take Up the Shield, but with a card as good as King Darien, I think I'm going to Take Up the Shield, pick 2, and go from there. Now we have Linebreaker Baloth, which has been clunky but fine. Tolarian Terror is really good in certain decks. I mean, we are passing a blue-black self-mill deck right on by. As much as I would have loved to do it, I think these first two picks were correct. There's a Root Walla, but I mean, this kind of deck probably doesn't want to do that exact domain kind of thing. I think I'm going to land on Warhorse here as a good black-white out and still being able to splash King Darien in that kind of deck. I mean, we could speculate on a Terror, and maybe that's worth it. I don't think Linebreaker Baloth is really, it doesn't really go well with our first pick, but Warhorse does. It gives us a token to go with King Darien and everything. I'm going to take Warhorse. I really like black-white as a color pair, because now there's Captain Call, which goes great with King Darien. There's also Eerie Soul Tender, and we could have gone Monstrous Warleech ×2 into Tolarian Terror into Eerie Soul Tender, and this would have been my favorite draft on the channel yet, but hindsight's 20/20, so we're going to go ahead and take the Captain's Call here. And then we see Codex, if another Terror, God. Is it too late to speculate on this? I mean, there's no black cards in this pack at all. Neither of these help splash King Darien. You know what? I'm gonna take the Terror. I could also just take one of these lands. I'm gonna take the land, I think. Gosh, this is a frustrating start to a draft. Essence Scatter, Geyser. I mean, yeah, there's Iconoclast, Scout the Wilderness, Stall for Time. I mean, nobody wants to draft blue, is what I'm seeing. Another Beachfront, there's a Blight Pile, Shadow Prophecy is pretty good. Espionage is pretty good. We go like blue-white or something. Blue-white, go wide. I'm just gonna take the other land because I don't know what we're doing here. Protect the Negotiators is good in blue-white, go wide. There's also Destroy Evil. This card seems pretty good to me. I'm not sure I've ever put it in a deck, but it seems pretty good. And blue-white is a color pair I haven't really drafted a ton of. Destroy Evil's obviously very good, but I'm going to take the Protect here. Is it too late? They're going to let this wheel? as well as take up the shield. So if this one wheeled, the next one could also wheel. I'm gonna risk it. It did. Okay. Wow. Okay, we take this one. Then what comes? Okay, so dried up a little bit there, but we do have double Monstrous Warleech, Tolarian Geyser protect the Negotiators now. So we have an interesting start. Obviously, all these Tolarian Terrors were taken. Blue-black still open. Defender. That was a very, very interesting first pack. Okay, threats undetected. Search your library for up to 4 creature cards. So get your third and fourth best creatures from your library. Not great. Phyrexian Rager, Academy Wall, Protect number 2, Choking Miasma. I think we could take the Rager. We could even splash a couple of these white cards in a blue-black deck because we have double Beachfront and Grotto. Urborg is probably also good with Monstrous Warleech, but I'm going to go ahead and take Phyrexian Rager into either Cut Down or Extinguish the Light. Cut Down is so cheap, but Extinguish the Light gets rid of basically everything, and I really, really want an access to at least one Extinguish the Light here. That's a really close pick as well. Night of Dawn's Light. Okay, are we blue-black or are we black-white? Based off of this, I think we're black-white. Well, I don't exactly know. I mean, what are we passing up on if we take the Knight here? Splatter Goblin, Academy Wall? Neither of those are great, so I'm going to take the Knight and try to figure out what colors we are in this interesting draft so far. I don't think Rona's going to make whatever color decks we end up being here. Double Warleech coming back is very interesting. Gosh, if we had just gone double Warleech into double Terror, it's exactly the kind of deck I want to have. So right now we could be black-white splashing Geyser and the activation of Warleech. Maybe pick up some Writhing Necromasses, find an Eerie Soul Tender or two. We could still do the whole self-mill thing. Here I think is a pretty easy Rager over a second Warhorse, although Warhorse is good in black-white. We are too far away from this. So I'm going to go ahead and take Rager here. Okay, so for black-white, obviously there's no blue cards here. So for black-white, there's Reinforcements, there's Destroy Evil, and lesser extent Mesa Cavalier. I think it's between these two for us. I'm going to take the Reinforcements, because that could also go good in blue-white if we end up in that deck. And now Bone Splinters with Captain's Call and Reinforcements is really, really good. So I think I'll land on Bone Splinters number 1 here. Mesa Cavalier, Espionage. I guess we could take the Cavalier over the Espionage. That one's close. I mean, I think I'm black-white right now. I'm probably not making it. Bone Splinters number 2, again, with a Captain's Call and a Reinforcements. And a Warhorse is good. We're going to have to find some expensive cards to make this Warleech good. Probably not playing Coral Colony. Probably don't need to splash Protect. But I mean, maybe with the amount of creatures we could have. Take up the Shield. Number 2 is pretty good. There's Choking Miasma, but right now we're playing a little bit of a tokens deck, so I don't think that's going to be pretty good in our deck. And if we had taken those 2 terrors, these people would probably not be in blue, or likely wouldn't be in blue as much as they probably are in blue right now. So we could be being passed a pretty good blue-black deck. But I'll take a second Grotto. Probably don't want to play 2. I'll take a Defender in the event that we find a Chaplain. Cut the only card of the color that we're probably considering playing. Is this... I don't ever remember taking a Radiant Grove. Ooh, destroy evil, second to last pick. Awesome. I'm gonna have to check on that. If so, maybe we could play King Darien. Guardian of New Benalia is wonderful. So is an Extinguish the Light, and so is a Radiant Grove and a Citizen's Arrest. Any one of these 3 wheeling would be outstanding, but this card is just really, really good and very difficult to pass up on here. As much as I would like another copy of any one of these. But Radiant Grove wheeling would be wonderful. I mean, Arena's been doing this glitch lately where you take a card, you put it in your sideboard, or you put it in your main deck, and it just says it's a different card, and I'm having a feeling that's what's happening with Radiant Grove, unless I'm just going crazy and don't remember taking it. Well, I think we might have taken it early, actually. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Alright, Tetiova, the dream has sailed. There's no black card. Well, there's Bone Splinters and Artillery Blast, and that's it. So I think I'm going to take the Bone Splinters number 3. And maybe we find another Captain's Call or another Reinforcements or an Argivian Cavalier, and this ends up being quite good for us. Even Splatter Goblin would make it pretty good. Idyllic Beachfront for a little more splashing versus Phyrexian Warhorse. Song of Night and Day is also quite good. Makes a token. I think I'm going to take the Song. Although Warhorse... I think the Warhorse or the Beachfront might wheel. I'm going to go ahead and try to wheel one of these two. Take the Song here. And now Gibbering Barricade. Nice to have a copy of this in black-white token. So we do get the other Captain's Call here. This will be a fun pack one, pick one, build around, but it's a little late for that. Vivisector's not bad. How's our curve looking? It's not bad. So we'll take Captain's Call number 2. That makes triple Bone Splinters quite decent in this deck. Prayer of Binding, pick 6. Thank you very much. Radiant Grove would be nice for King Darien Splash, but I'm probably just going to splash King Darien off of a Radiant Grove, double Grotto, and a Forest, to be honest. We don't have... So these War Leeches are... Oh, geez, so many lands. Or Tribute to Urborg. 5 instant, 6 sorceries. This is quite good in our deck. So is Aquifer. But Tribute needs to get in here. What do you do? Legendary. How many legendaries do we have? We have King Darien. That's about it. Splatter Goblin, Destroy Evil number 2, Eerie Soul Tender. I think I'm going to take Destroy Evil number 2 here. Yeah, this just isn't good in our deck. Blessing. I think we had a couple of cards we wanted to come back out of this pack and this one, and none of them did. So, looks like we're probably not going to get anything else out of this pack on the wheel. So we just had 8 shots at a card there. So we did not quite get there. We really don't have great win cons in this deck, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, these are never going to be more than 4, and a lot of the times they're going to be like 3. So I don't even know if they're worth playing. Oh man, darn. Regrets in that. Yeah, so the Radiant Grove was a glitch here. So let me click done. Gonna get the network error. Gonna go back in here, build the deck, and then we're gonna have everything thrown in here. So I'm looking at something like this. Protect the negotiators on the splash doesn't seem great. We have 3 free blue sources. King Darien is pretty good in this deck. So these are our only creatures, but we kind of have 2 more creatures here and another one here. Gosh, these War Leeches are just 4 mana 4/4s at their best. And we really don't have any synergy with our graveyard. So now we have 9 creatures, and our best one's like a 2/2 and a 2/1 flyer and a 3/3. Oh, I don't like this. But this is probably how I'm gonna run it. And really not like where we ended up, unfortunately. Yeah, so many regrets in that draft. Maybe I can go back and take a look at somewhere in the middle of that draft and see if there was something else we can do. I mean, Darien versus Monstrous War Leech Pack 1 Pick 1 is an interesting one. They're both kind of gold cards, and I think Darien's a better gold card, which led to our Pack 1 Pick 2 being what it was. So I think it was the correct decision as far as where we went, but obviously regrets. As we get into the first round here, I don't really have too many call to actions much anymore. I know they're kind of annoying, but again, if you're watching this video and not yet subscribed to the channel, I'd greatly appreciate if you would consider subscribing. It really means a lot to me. It's absolutely free for you, so it's basically no reason not to. Would love for you to consider that. Getting into the first game here with triple Bone Splinters in hand. We're gonna need to draw some of our sacrifice fodder for that, obviously. I think we'll get rid of Forest, because we still have Grotto. So trade a Lightning Strike for a Forest, which I'm fine with. Chose not to attack. Geyser seems good. Okay, I mean, these Bone Splinters aren't really doing much in our hands, so I'm just gonna trade a Bone Splinters for a Hellas Elcor here. I also greatly apologize. I just realized that the audio was probably wildly too loud, so I'm gonna see if I can adjust that in edits, and if not, I really apologize. I'm glad I caught it early on when I did. Well, I mean, I guess another Bone Splinters? Yeah. We're not doing much with the Bone Splinters. So alright, well that will do it. Can't do anything about that one. Don't need any more of those. Well, that is unfortunate. That's a pretty good draw. We got their own Warhorse here. And go ahead and attack. Go to damage, and now we can either Bone Splinters away the Warhorse, we can bounce it with Geyser, or we can extinguish the light on it. I think I'm just going to do this one here. And then pass with Extinguish the Light still up. Okay. Okay. I think I would like to kill Baird and bounce the Phalanx. No, I think the other way seems fine. Yeah, kill the Phalanx because that is getting in the way of our Warhorse right now. So we can do that. Captain's Call is great with Warhorse. Don't need to sacrifice anything. Could have pushed 4 more damage by sacrificing these, but that's really not worth it. Okay. Gonna go blue, white, colorless, and black. Kick this. We could bounce the token and they can't get it back. That probably seems fine. I mean, bouncing Baird is like fine and all, but they just can't get... Yeah, that's why I did it like I did. But unfortunately, we have to have an extra mana for King Darien. So I'm going to do this. Going to go in. They do have priority here, so I think we're going to get blown out if we go for this. But we have to do one of them. Like, we can't not sacrifice one. Let's see if they... What do they have? I can still sacrifice another one. Again, they're getting priority. It could be like Prayer of Binding or something. I could just clear the board right now. Let's just clear the board. That way I don't sacrifice the other thing if it's Prayer of Binding. Yeah, Destroy Evil. So they were going to do it if we sacrificed the other one anyway, so... Figured we were going to get blown out there. So now we have King Darien to pump these things. Okay. My turn. Go ahead and drop this. They don't have any priority here. We could sacrifice Darien to save these two, but then they don't kill it, so I'm just gonna let that happen. And we still have Gibbering Barricade activation up if we want it. Alright. Got a win there. Hopefully the deck can perform like that going forward. On the play with Reinforcements and Bone Splinters with Destroy Evil for something big. So this works out just fine. I haven't talked too much about the Daily Drafters Discord, but there's a link in the description to join the Daily Drafters Discord where we're having good conversations about the format, upcoming formats, and previous formats. So go ahead and take a look and see if that's something you'd be interested in. As we pass the turn here and see what we're going up against. Another white deck. I'm going to get the Scry here. don't think we need that considering we already played Grotto. So I'm going to pass, probably just play Reinforcements. I'll do this and hold one of them back to trade. Faith Bonder, sure. Let's just be mana efficient here, play the Captain's Call. Maybe that's a reason to Bone Splinters this thing. I don't know, man. I mean, they're scrying one, gaining a life, and hitting for 3 every turn, so... Okay. We could just play this. It blocks the Faith Bonder totally fine. Okay, we have Destroy Evil for that 1 mana 4/4. Double Rager here is pretty nice. Looks like we might be in a bit of a board stall. Ooh, that's going to be really good. Really, really good next turn. Uh-oh. Heroic Charge. Okay, so they have Heroic Charge here. And I have this coming. So do we die if we let all this through? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plus 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, so we die if we let all that through. Oh man, we're 1 turn late on Darien. I want to save as many of my creatures as I can because I know they have Heroic Charge here. It just gives +2/+1. So this won't die. This will still trade. These will trade. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we don't die if we do it that way, but gosh, we... go to 2. Yeah, 1. So these would trade, these would trade. This would stay alive. Then we'd take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so we go to 2, which I don't like doing, but this card pumping our like entire board of 6 creatures would be really good next turn. And if I just block here, I'm throwing them away. So let's see if they want to use the charge or not. Okay, there it is. And I don't think Bone Splinters is worth using here. Yep. Again, I think our board is fine for now. We don't really need to use these. As soon as they play a flyer or something, that's when we have to get worried. There's another reason to worry. Darn it, they've got the protection. Okay. There's the chaplain with more flyers coming now. Oh, man. Yeah, we're just... got a little unlucky here. We can kill a bird. We might have to. Just to not die. I think I'm gonna start it on one. I know they get more cards, but we have to find a way out of this. I mean, you know how it goes here on the channel. As soon as we need something off the top, we give them 2 extra cards and top deck 2 lands. So I'm sure this will probably be the end of it here. There's the citizen's arrest. Go ahead and sacrifice itself. I'm sure they have lethal in some way here, right? No, not quite. So we have to chump and trade. Go to 1. Okay. Pair of Binding gains 2 life, but that doesn't really matter. Pass the turn. Still not dead. Yeah, that'll kill us. We don't have an answer to any of that stuff, so. Yep, just played against defenders and didn't really have a good draw. Okay, we're on the play here. Destroy Evil's not going to be good early, but we have answers to big threats once they drop them. Let's see what we can find on the grotto here. I mean, a land is fine. Okay. A little slow. Jeez. Soldier build around here. Let's go ahead and kill this stupid thing, because they apparently are just building their entire deck around soldiers. And I'd like to make them recast that. And they did just that, and still have Gaia's Might up here, so it's important to note that. So they assuredly have a Guy's Might for a +3/+3. So we're going to have to keep one of these up to protect that. Yes, please. And I'm going to attack here. I think we need to be a little bit aggressive. We have to actually pressure their life total, otherwise they're going to go wide with us never pressuring them to. Still can't activate this out of their graveyard. Alright, so whenever they use the Guy's Might, we can let it resolve and then kill it. Because I assume that's what's going to be going on here. Probably using it on the Root Weaver. Maybe they have more than one, though. Maybe they have like a Lightning Strike and a Guy's Might. So unfortunately, we can't do this in response. So they get a 1/1 counter on all their creatures. So that sucks. But we can just kill that. Yeah, I was not expecting that. I was expecting Guy's Might, but that card does make sense. Let's go ahead and get in. And pass the turn. Can't do anything about that. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and gain a couple of life here. We still have Bone Splinters if they land something. Sacrificing the token here, so. Yeah, I'll go shields down for a moment, make that bird. They have to play. Yeah, that's fine. We can destroy evil that pretty easily. Put it here, and put this out of lightning strike range, I suppose. Go ahead and kill that. Ah, come on. Why do they keep having the arrest? Okay, and we've already used both destroy evils. Take up the shield seems okay. They'll block one of them, that makes sense. We'll get rid of the stupid swamp that we drew. Go to damage. There's the other arrest. Of course, both of our creatures that have a way to protect themselves in both games, they've drawn the arrest for. which is the one way that they can't protect themselves. Down goes the Burb. And a Tori Diavenant. Target that, sacrifice this. We can get... Ooh, you ready for this here? Oh, don't jump. There we go. Give that back. Give our creature +1/+1. Go to damage. Get the win in an unconventional way. Gotta love those cheeky wins. Alright, we're on the play, and we have Guardian, but not till turn 3. We can kill their 2-drop at the very least. Let's see if we can find a white off of this. That's not really going to do it for us, so we'll put that on bottom. Still have Urborg for their 2-drop if we need it. And we do. Red-white Destroy Evil's probably not going to be pretty good, unless they're not red-white. Well, that card's pretty good. Probably not blocking here, but neither are we, so... Good for them if they do. Still missing land drops. Drawing nothing but white cards. Well, there aren't many reasons to be black-red in this format, but these are 2 of them. So, good for you for assembling the combo. Love Song is not really going to do it. Swamp is also not really going to do it. I mean, it lets us cast Captain's Call, which is pretty good. But we just basically need a Plains quite badly here. Do they have a way to sacrifice this? No, so we're going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 if we let this happen. So by sacrificing this, we prevent an extra 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points of damage. Gosh, I hate doing it, but yeah, I mean, that's too much damage, I think. Alright, getting aggro here. As they should. Drawing more white cards. I mean, none of this is going to do it. I mean, this at least gains us some life, I guess. Right? Gotta love getting mana screwed. We've looked through 17 cards in the library and haven't found a plains yet. Because we put 4 on the bottom already. 5 on the bottom. Okay, look, 18 cards in the library, no plains. We've certainly churned through the deck. There's so many ways we die here. We're already lethal, so... I mean, this prevents the most damage, I guess. Yeah, I don't really see a way out of this anymore. We're just like 4 turns too late. Oh, another white card. Is that what you say? It doesn't really matter what we do here. I just want to see if there's a plains. Oh, look, there is. It took us the 20th card in our library to be able to do that. So we go to... Oh, we can't even gain life either. Okay, alright. We've had enough here. Alright, who's ready to lose this game just like the last one? We can't mulligan this hand. We have Crystal Gutter on 1 to scry. We have like 9 white sources in the deck. We have a way to draw a card if we don't find another white source. I mean, there's so many ways to get out of this. So, yeah, I'm going to play the white. This game it worked. Last game it didn't. Alright, well, cross your fingers. No Essence Scatter. Good, good. No priority either. You love to see it. No play. Interesting. Still no play. Still no play. Okay. They're going to be dropping Haymaker after Haymaker here soon. Or they have a bunch of Tolarian Terrors in their hand they can't cast. It's also possible. Hopefully no board wipe. The only one that I can think of is the double red one. I don't even know what it's called or what it does. I just know it's a board wipe. Okay, that's fine. We're not putting a ton of pressure on them. Granted, they have gained 3 life. But we have lots of removal here if we need it. Well, they're gaining life, so they're doing what they need to do to stall the board. I mean, yeah, we just have to keep kind of redeploying our forces here. And hope they don't have the Storm the Overlord or whatever it is. There's the Tolarian Terror I thought they had. With backup on it, unfortunately. So they have, you know what it's called. Shore Up. They have Shore Up here. So what we're going to do is attack with Warhorse, and they kind of have to block. We might just have lethal. We can sack 5 creatures to give it plus 10. So no, we don't have lethal, but it's close. Okay, so they have Shore Up, so they're going to make us sack 2 of these. But in response to Shore Up, we could Prayer. So let's do this. No, the Prayer, because we can't pay for the kicker anymore. Okay. Alright. Go to damage. Maybe we can Tribute. Let's see how this works when they go for the Shore Up here. Okay, they didn't even do it. That's fine. Still have all the removal in the world, but as long as they have that Shore Up, it's going to be a problem. We could return the Rager, but I don't think that's worth it. So we're going to leave up Prayer, Binding, Urborg, and Reinforcements. I'm expecting another Tolarian Terror here. Espionage unkicked, putting 3 spells in their yard. Not quite enough for Terror yet. Now they do, but they won't have backup on it. Okay. Am I fine trading the Urborg for Shore Up here? The answer to that is yes. Right? Yeah, that's fine. We'll let them use their Shore Up on that if they want to. There it is. Then we can just go ahead and kick this and get in for a bunch here. Hurler, Cyclops, and Haunting Figment. Still having priority, but it could just be the Cyclops activation here. So let's start by trying to kill it. Hopefully not another Shore Up. If so, we're just going to fire off Prayer Binding onto it. All right. Are they going to use a Shore Up now? Ah, timely interference. Okay. I think that's okay. Okay. Still having priority, which I don't like. I'm gonna do this on the Balmor here. Could trade this off. Trade, they go to 1. Alright, they're at 1. We do have protection for Guardian, but if they play anything that's an X4 or bigger, but they don't have it. And we got to the magic number of 3. So let's see if we can get any more wins out of this deck. Alright, turn 2 Guardian. Gonna keep this one here. Knight of Dawn's Light, also a pretty good one to have. Ooh, defenders. Okay. Well, there are lots of good answers to this in this draft. This is usually very, very difficult to kill, but unfortunately, they've found Citizen's Arrest and Tribute to Urborg. So... Alright, I'm going to be mana inefficient and play the Knight here because the Barricade doesn't really do anything. They were also just given priority as soon as I played that. So what do they have for a single green? If it was Gaia's Might or the other card, they would have still had priority. So what could that be? I don't really have an attack. I mean, I do if I have Take Up the Shield, but if they have Gaia's Might in response, that's pretty bad. Give me a land, please. Nope. At least they're missing land drops too, but they have a loam speaker. Yeah, tail swipe. That's what it was. Okay. Well, can't do anything about it, so what am I gonna do? I mean, I could have just held up, Take Up the Shield in case it was tail swipe, but like... I guess knowing that they got the priority only after I played it, the only card it could have been was tail swipe, so that was bad. Bad judgment from me. You know what? We just need lands as good as Warhorse might be here. We could attack, but if they block, we have to use we don't have to use Take Up the Shield, but I probably would want to. I'm actually going to attack. I think I'm fine trading that off too. Play the Captain's Call here. Monstrous War Leech as a 7/7, you say? Okay, well I say no. I'll let them think I have some sort of combat trick that could matter here before passing priority playing Barricade. They're still mana screwed. I don't want them to get the Surveil on their turn here. Ooh, what do they have for a green? Ooh, they have a Guy's Might, or could be another Tail Swipe. But like, that I don't care about. We're not putting a ton of pressure on them. So we're giving them all the time in the world to draw out of this, which is not good. But, I mean, we're playing the hand we have, so what do you want me to do? They have a nice little black-green deck here. They're just getting a little bit mana screwed. Bringing back Urg. Okay. Yeah. And they found their red now, so their hand looks to be completely unlocked. God, these 1/1s are doing like nothing. I mean, they're good with like Darien if we find Darien. Do I care about the Urg? Not right now. Well, there's Darien. Okay. They are getting priority. It could just be the Bulwark, which would make it a 3/3, so I'm just going to pass. Hold up protection here. Kept it on top. Maria's Outrider, dealing us 3. I mean, we don't have any kind of pressure here, so that's the disadvantage of playing like a 9-creature deck with a bunch of tokens. Chose to draw it again. Now they have their island. Okay. We have Barricade, so you have to have some sort of menace. Okay, I see. They only have one card left in hand. It could be like Tribute to Urborg or something. So I don't think I want to try to block this one right now. Let's see what it is. We have all kinds of protection here if they go for a trick or something. So I think I'll just destroy it. Bone Splinters. We don't really have anything we care about bone splintering. So go ahead. Really looking to find some threats here. Even a single flyer would be good. They've kept every card on top so far with Urg. Must be nice. I mean, again, we have all kinds of backup. Find another Gaia's Might? Basically. All right. Take 3. Tribute kills anything we want it to kill. I mean, we're finding all the answers, just no threats. Can't even attack. We could attack with all these here to get 2 points across. Then we have to deal with that again. All right, they finally binned a card here. Now let's hope they catch our luck, and in the middle of the game, of the developing portion of the game, they top deck like 5 lands in a row, like we usually do. I'd love to draw like even a Mesa Cavalier here. Trying to think other threats we have in the deck that are decent. Hey, never didn't have it, am I right? Okay. They do deck before us, which might be relevant, but I would have to imagine their deck has better threats than ours does. So they're going to find something relevant at some point here, probably. All right, 1 top. That's decent. None of this has a reach, does it? Doesn't give the land a reach or anything? No, okay. All right, Mr. Priority, let's move this game along. Go ahead and play the Captain's Call, hold up Tribute, and take up the shield still here. Really still not anything I'm interested in bone splintering, so. Okay. we could just kick a tribute on that. Oh, I see. They're going to try to get a counter here. That's fine. Let's sacrifice a land for a counter, because it's dying anyway, so I don't care. Okay, my turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 in the yard, so this will most certainly be dead. We could Bone Splinters this now and attack with everything. This would become a 3/3. They'll block a 2/2. They would take 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Is that right? No, because we have to... Wait, what if we sacrifice the barricade? Okay, so... Sacrifice barricade, killing the Urg. Then we attack with everything. Let's say they block Darien. They take 1, 2, 3 plus 10. Okay, well that'll do it. Oh, and they can only activate that as a sorcery, so it doesn't really matter. And just for good measure. Awesome. Found lethal there. I'm not sure if I had it at any point before that, but I'm glad we had it there. All I wanted was a Mesa Cavalier. It's all I needed. Just give me a Mesa Cavalier, we're good to go. Give me an evasive threat and with protection in hand, and it's all you need. Okay, I go first with all black cards in hand, no black lands, but kind of a black land. Let's try to find one here with Grotto. I'm going to start on Beachfront in the event that we draw like one of our 2-drop white creatures. We could play Grotto, Scry, and also play that land. Don't need that, just need black. They play a creature here and I don't draw a black land, I'm probably just going to bounce it. Try to draw a card here. Sure. And there's the black land. Alright, how do we want to do this here now? Rager to try to draw into another land, or Mesa Cavalier to start pushing some damage. I really want to be able to kick the Warhorse so we can have Bone Splinters with that token. Rager with Bone Splinters is also pretty good. So let's do Rager, and the next turn we could potentially Bone Splinters and Mesa Cavalier. If they play something good here. Must be digging for lands is my guess. Binning the second Vohar, found the other land. Splatter a goblin. Let's get in there. And I know the Splatter Goblin could take out the 1/1, but I mean, I'd rather it take out the 1/1 than the Mesa Cavalier. Looks like Warhorse is dying anyway, so it doesn't really matter. If they trade with Goblin, take out our 1/1, I think I'm okay with that. Now we could do Mesa Cavalier, hold up, destroy evil. Or we could just Captain's Call. I'm going to do Cavalier, hold up, destroy evil, because next turn we could Captain's Call and Bone Splinters, which would be a nice surprise. So let's see if they just drop like hopefully it's not a Tolarian Terror, that wouldn't be good. Binning a land. They have so far shown us 5 dual lands. Well, Squee is a good one. Gonna get in with Cavalier here. Go ahead and play Rager. They're still getting priority, so it might be Lightning Strike or something like that. Then we can hold up Destroy Evil and Reinforcements. Fine trading off Rager for Monarch if they're gonna let us. Impulse. And it has Ward 2. I know they could just get this back here, but I'm going to make them do it. Pay 4 mana to do it as well, so... King Darien, you say? So I want to use the Destroy Evil on this, probably, but it's going to cost us 4 mana to do so. So I think I'm just going to start by Captain's Calling. Okay. Waiting for the 1 mana Necromasses and Tolarian Terrors to just drop and kind of ruin our day. All right. Because of Darien, I'm not going to block here. Still digging for lands on their side, it looks like. And they found it. And what's their follow-up? 3 mana Necromass, okay. Alright, so... double Bone Splinters? Destroy Evil and Bone Splinters? I'm going to hold this back to block the 2 1/1s because we don't win this race here. So... target that, sacrificing that, pay the 2, and then pass here. A 1-mana Necromass. Alright, so it looks like their deck is kind of humming now. It's going to be difficult to get past all this one. All the rest of this value. Take 4? Or trade with Squee and have him do it again next turn. I'm gonna take 4. They have protection of some sort? No. I'm not sure we can get overzealous here because, like, let's say we attack here, they kill this, attack with everything, we block this and take 4, so we'd be dead. So all that takes is a removal spell for us to die here. So we can't really attack. Yeah, because there goes Darien. And if they have a removal spell, we are officially dead. And even if they don't, we're officially dead. So let's see if they attack all here. I meant to have full control on there. Now they know that we don't get priority. Alright, so we're not officially dead. We would have been if they attacked with Vohar. But they are churning through their deck. I'm sure they're going to find a way. All they have to do is get Squee back next turn and attack, and we have not enough blockers for sure. Well, I don't know if we're dead, but we're just going to make them get Squee back here. Kill it with Urborg, and then extinguish the light on the Pixie. Go to 4, go to 1. Oh, we can't do both. Okay, well, we have to do that. Man, we are hanging on by the skin of our teeth here. Do that, play Squee, attack, kill us, I think. Yeah, I think they found the line here. So, you know, if you told me I would have gotten 1, 2, 3. If you told me I would have gotten 4 and 3 with this deck, I'd probably say fine. The deck didn't really come through together. There was definitely a better path in our draft that we could have found, but again, hindsight's 20/20. I would have loved to be in the other deck, but this one, you know, got a 4 and 3, and that's all it takes to just profit on the draft sometimes. Going infinite on Arena, getting a 4 and 3, 5 and 3, even some 3 and 3s. It's all you need. Thanks so much for sticking around to the end of this video, and I will see you next time for your daily draft.